and it is Tuesday, July 24th, 2018. You have the free live picks. Of course, we're here every day, right around 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Today, one of those days, we're a little bit early. Tried to announce that in the Dog of the Day video that we were going to be early today. I just have a lot of stuff going on as football gets closer and closer. That's why I put the poll in there in our Facebook group. See what time you guys wanted to do the show, because I know that with football season, I just have a lot going on. So it makes it a little bit more difficult sometimes to make this 11 a.m. Eastern. I live in Hawaii. It's 4:30 in the morning, but this is when I schedule a lot of my calls with the East Coast and beyond, for Europe as well. It's just easier for them. It's easier for me. You guys know I like to go surfing in the morning, so I'm up anyway. But I think that's 6 o'clock Eastern Time. I know it was a resounding vote against moving back to the 6 o'clock time, but I don't know. I have to say I'm still leaning on doing it anyway. We'll have to see how it goes. I think you guys will like it, those that haven't, because we get a lot more people on the live show at that time. It just seems it's more convenient for more people. Anyways, we always figure it out. And of course, we have free picks every single game, every single day at sportschatplace.com. Our best bets always at sportschatexperts.com. And sportschatplace.com Premium and Premium Plus. Yeah, if you signed up for the free consensus, it's over at Sports Chat Experts. It's still there. Of course, it's a dynamic report, and that means that it updates all the time. So you want to constantly be checking it. Up until probably 12 Eastern Time is when most of the handicappers seem to have their picks in. So, like I said, that on that consensus report, it's generally how it works. But yeah, we had a good day on the show yesterday. We hit our Dog of the Day. I know a lot of people like that. And in the premium area, we had the Pirates, which was a big winner. But I know a lot of people took advantage of that free consensus report. Football season just right around the corner. Those of you that wondering what I'm doing, I'm working on the YouTube channel to make me do this as we go, or I can wait till after the show is over. I'd prefer to do it now. Just makes it easier for me. One less thing that I won't forget to do. Of course, we're going to do 3 free picks on this show, just like we do every single day. Of course, our best bets always at Sports Chat Experts and sportschatplace.com Premium and Premium Plus. Morning to everybody that's joining us. Sal has finally made it. Skip, Casey. Skip saying good mornings a lot of times. Danny, loving the shirt. Love my Canes. Everybody knows that. No mysteries or surprises there. Mr. Knight Rider says the Pirates today make them nervous. But you got to remember, my best bet's always my premium picks. Lorenzo says I did a good job on my picks yesterday. Say even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while, right? Of course, today I got a bunch of premium picks. I got a premium pick in that early game. I'll tell you, the Mets I thought were really disappointing yesterday. I know they haven't been good all season. We've been playing against the Mets plenty this year. But, man, I mean, that was ridiculous. Just wrong in so many ways. Still looking through today's games, to be honest with you. I had put in my premium picks. I really like most of those a lot. You guys know, any day where I think the odds are just so off, and maybe it's coming out of the All-Star break where the odds makers are just so off. I mean, we've seen it, just some giant favorites. Yesterday we had two huge favorites, minus 200 plus, both go down. If you took both those favorites, we talk about ROI on the show all the time, and if you state your record in terms of wins and losses, and you had the Yankees and the Indians yesterday, you count yourself 0-2, but really you were 0-6. I mean, that's how bad those losses were with those odds. Yeah, you guys know I never touch those gigantic odds on a favorite. Ever, ever, ever. It's way more to be lost than gained on those. The risk reward is not there. We've gone over it, the math on that, on how many games a team has to win if you're going to put them at that kind of odds favorites. It just, either you don't bet it or you take the underdog. Unless there's a run line that's playable in there, that makes it even worth it. But that game, the Rays are no shrinking violet. They don't stink. It's not like the Orioles or something, or the Royals, right, who have actually been playing pretty decent lately. But, I mean, the Royals 39 games under 500. The Orioles are 45 games under 500. And then you look at the Tampa Bay Rays, they're 2 games over 500. This is a team with a winning record. So it's like, how in the hell are they, how in the hell are they plus 250? And the same thing with the Pirates, on a 9-game winning streak, plus 250. I mean, it doesn't even make any sense. When you look at the overall standings in baseball, and I know by this time I normally like to get into the picks, and I will in just a second, but when you look at the overall rankings, I mean, the Tampa Bay Rays and the Pirates are right in the middle of the pack. As a matter of fact, they're in the upper half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, the Pirates have the 14th best record in baseball, and the Rays have the 15th. They both have winning records, and they're both plus 250. Meanwhile, the Indians are only 3 slots in the grand scheme of things. If there was, from top to bottom, a race in baseball where just, first place is the Boston Red Sox and last place is the Orioles, which is the American League East, right? But I'm just talking about throw all the baseball teams in the middle there. The Indians are only 2 slots ahead of the Pirates. Yeah, the Indians suck. I'm with you. That's basically what I'm getting here. Cash Action is really good at talking about stuff from yesterday. He's really good at picking yesterday's games. We don't care. You can get your own show. Anyways. I'm not going to advertise for other people. Anyways, let's get to our first pick of today's show. Let's go back to Tampa, where the Rays are taking on the Yankees. Chirinos up against Tanaka. We know that Tanaka can get knocked around. Chirinos, of course, can get knocked around pretty good as well. But Chirinos also thinks more upside here for the Rays. Just once again, we got a team at home that's a team with a winning record, getting nearly 2-1 on our money against a team that's really struggling. The Yankees starting to look like a young team recently. I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Rays here. The Yankees have lost 3 of their last 4. 4 of their last 6. Got to go with the Rays here. So just so much value. It's not a pick that I love. It's not a premium pick, but it's certainly enough value that I will take the Tampa Bay Rays. That'll be my first pick for today's show. Of course, we do 3 free picks every single day. Of course, our best bet's always at sportschatplace.com, Premium and Premium Plus. If you're not a member of our Facebook group, you missed out on our free 3-day consensus report giveaway yesterday. And, of course, we'll have more giveaways, especially as football season comes on. We're going to have some awesome contests. And I'll tell you one thing that we have coming out that we haven't done in a long time is Sports Chat Plays gear. I love saying that word. I love saying it in the surfing lineup when people have like a backpack or something out there. It's like, this guy's got a lot of gear. But we got some Sports Chat Plays gear we'll be unveiling in the near future. Hoodies, hats, shirts, a lot of the stuff that like Craig does at Picks and Parlays for us at Picks and Parlays. We're going to be doing the same thing with Sports Chat, and some really cool designs, and also shirts and gear that is about our contest that we're doing. You know, like telling everybody, you know, that you've gone 15 games in a row and beat the streak or something. But anyways, we get to our second pick of today's show. We will go to Citi Field in New York, where the Mets are taking on the Padres. Lauer on the mound for the Padres. Wheeler on the mound for the Mets. You know, when I gave out the Mets yesterday, and I thought this was the matchup when I gave the pick out in the premium area. I knew there was a chance that DeGrom would be in the starter, would be replaced in the starter, so I kind of alluded to that in the write-up. But I didn't think that the Padres would change their starter, and they did. That's what really roasted us. Tyson Ross has been really strong this season. But in this one, I look for the Mets to bounce back in this one. I'm going to take the Mets. Mild favorite here at -135. Don't love it. I don't love the Mets this year. I think the issue with the Mets is the same thing that we talked about in our preseason previews of baseball. And that is too many guys that strike out a lot. It's okay to have a Todd Frazier in your lineup. One of them. You can't have 5. And that's what the Mets have. They have too many guys that strike out too much. So it's very, very tough to win games. But we'll take the Mets in this one. That'll be our second pick for today's show. So I know yesterday in the premium area, people were enamored with De Leon. Or not in the premium area, in our Facebook group, during the game with the Cardinals. And, of course, we had the Reds on our live show yesterday. And pretty much we said it was going to be a low-scoring game where the bullpens would win or lose the game. And we'd like the Reds bullpen a little better. And that's, you know, it's kind of how it played out. You know, like I said, you know, blind squirrel even finds a nut once in a while. But I got to say that, you know, I think against guys like that, the next time out is usually great odds, like going on the other side of a guy like that. There's no way he's going to pitch a no-hitter next time out. I mean, it's not going to happen. You know, Nick Kingham on the Pirates, and how soon we forget. His first outing, he had a perfect game going through 7. And you don't see people enamored with Kingham. And he's pitched pretty well for the most part. He has. But he had a perfect game through 7 in his first start this year with the Pirates. But anyways, enough of that. Let's get to our third pick for today's show. I got to get on my call in about 15 minutes. You guys know I need to change into my surfing clothes before that happens. Let's see, we got some interesting games here. That's for sure. A lot of these, I gave out a lot of premium picks today, which take it or leave it. Let's go to Kansas City, where the Royals and the Tigers are going at it. You talk about a meaningless game already. We're only in, this is what a lot of people think is the issue with baseball. We're in July, all right? We're still in July. We're not like, if there's August, September, and then the first week of October left in baseball season. So we're talking 12 weeks, 12 weeks left in the regular season. The Royals are 39 games under 500. The Tigers, 16 games under 500 in a division where the leaders are 10 games over. These teams have nothing to play for. I mean, realistically, they have nothing to play for. And it's tough to justify, fans to even go out there and buy tickets when your team is, 12 and a half back and the other team is 24 games back, yet they're charging full price for tickets. Just doesn't make a lot of sense. The Royals have a run differential of minus 189. They've allowed 545 runs this season. To put that in perspective, 545 runs allowed. No one else is even close. The Texas Rangers are the closest, and then the Orioles. But still, it's not even close. The Royals are giving up runs in bunches. The Tigers have given up 470 runs. Still, a monster number. 470. This has got to be 470. I'm going to guess it's right up there. The teams that have given up the most are, so there's about 4 or 5 teams that have given up more than the Tigers. The White Sox, the Royals, the Blue Jays, the Orioles, so it's 4. The Reds, it's 5. The Marlins, 6. And the Rockies, who play at Coors, 7. So 2 of these teams play in the best hitters' parks in America, the Reds and the Rockies. I like the over in this game. I expect to see a lot of runs in this series, and I expect to see a lot of runs in this game. I'm going to take the over in the Tigers-Royals game. It only makes sense. So that'll be our last pick for today's show. Anyways, we'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to do a quick recap of the games that we took here. I know we took the Mets. We took the over in the Tigers-Royals game. These teams give up over 1,000 runs so far this season. 1,000. And we took the Tampa Bay Rays at plus 175, a team 2 games over 500, getting nearly 2-1 on our money as a home team. I don't know. Call me crazy, right? Anyways, have a great day, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow.